have going on. Like I said earlier, I don't feel like the energy is going to be heavy, but we shall see. I've been feeling real good. If you've been doing the work, I'm pretty sure that you feel the shift. So you probably been like me, twerking for the past 2 weeks, just celebrating. It's a moment of celebration. I'm not sure what I'm celebrating, but I'm thankful for it because it's coming to me. So hopefully you guys have been doing the same thing. Oh, they already starting. Feel what messages you have for me to deliver today. The first card they flipped out was visiting your dreams. Well, don't start. All right, rude awakening. Anything else? One more time. Oh Lord, I want you. Let's see. All right, so first card that came out was visiting your dreams. Pay attention to the dreams and their messages. I'm getting the energy that somebody is looking for some clarity work. So they've been putting in their work to get some clarity on the next moves that they're supposed to make for the next steps of their journey. What's coming to me right now is order my steps, dear Lord. So look here, asking you shall receive. So keep praying and keep meditating on the clarity, and your team is going to respond to you, give you the answers, the pieces to your puzzles, because you know they don't come to you all at one time. They come to you piece by piece, and you got to put them together yourself. How you do that is your choice. They just give you the information. They don't tell you. They don't give you the instructions on how to put it together. But pay attention to your dreams. I'm getting that you need to keep a journal beside your bed or in your bed, or you can use your phone. So when you get woken up out your sleep at them odd hours, you just pick that phone up, hit the record button with your froggy, raspy voice, and you record what you heard in your dream, and you can go back and replay it for yourself. Rude awakening, things fall apart to make way for a better, sturdier foundation. We had this energy last week. Some of you guys are still struggling emotionally about the relationships and things that ended over the past couple of weeks, past couple of months, or however long you've been dealing with whatever it is that you've been dealing with. But hey, look here, stop crying over that. You crying over spilled milk. There's nothing that you could have done differently to change the outcome. This is about you. So whoever left, whoever got the boot, whoever, got removed or you removed for them, look here, baby girl, baby boy. I know your heart is so right now. It's just hurting. Feel like it's empty. This is where you have to go in and you have to fill that void yourself. Get to know yourself. What it is that you like. What the things you like to eat without you having to worry about, am I going to gain too much weight, or is he going to like me, or is she going to like me because I eat this? Look here, this is about you. You don't have time to be trying to do no relationship. You ain't got time to try to heal nobody else, fix nobody else, help nobody else but your motherfucking self, okay? So, work on you. This is about you. And the last card, it says, number one, I want you. This is no desire to be with anyone other than you. And that's spirit confirmation right there. That you need to fall in love. You need to fill whatever void that you feel like you're missing in your life for yourself. Because again, this is about you. Those relationships that you just lost, I'm not going to say lost, that you just graduated from, was nothing but a rude awakening for you to realize why these people are in your life. So I'm getting the energy that a lot of them are manipulators and a lot of them are users. So you may have been the plug, you may have had the juice. Everybody come to you with their cup trying to get a sip, but they ain't squeezing the limits to make the lemonade. You know what I'm saying? So you cannot cry and be worried about that. And it don't matter who that person was. Like I always say, it can be your mama, it can be your daddy, your sister, cousin, your boyfriend, baby daddy, wife, side chick, whatever. They have to go, they had to go. And you have to be okay with that. You got to be okay with it. How can you ask to have a better life, or move up or graduate or do whatever it is that you're trying to do for yourself, when you got people hanging on to your coattail with all that luggage on the end? On the end, I'm getting this image coming into my mind. You know how the brides be having them long trains? Well, your train so long, they got a whole line of bunch of niggas and motherfucking mooches and shit just hanging onto your train, and you can't walk, and you just, I can't. Why can't I move forward? Why is my finances blocked? What is it? What's going on? What shit? If you take the dress off and let everybody that's laying on the train stay on the train on the floor, you can be free and you can go. What Erica Badu say? Bag lady. Y'all We're not paying that extra fee to have the luggage on the plane, okay? Now we about to jump into my favorite, the New Orleans Oracle deck, and see what's going on. You know, that love ascended, it get real straight to the point. And it could be, you know what I'm saying, kind of rude, because the sister put the messages out. You can tell her messages a channel because they hurt your feelings a little bit, and they tell you exactly what it is that you need to hear for what you are experiencing. So again, shout out to my girl Des for that deck. I absolutely love that deck. Spirit, what messages do you have for me to deliver today? What's going on? Okay. Oh. Baby, anything else? Yeah, I know this is my favorite deck because I love New Orleans. I'm gonna take that one too. Anything else? All right, the first. Oh. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna take that because it's 7. 7 has been the number. 777-888-111-222-555 and 444. If you've been seeing those numbers, or you've been the ones that's lucky enough to catch them all synchronized together, 1111-111-222, you are in total alignment with where it is that you're supposed to be on your path. So if you are still seeing those numbers, give yourself a pat on the back because you walked through the fire. You have made it through the hell that you had to go to get to where you at right now. Praise the Lord Jesus. Thank you. Yes. Hallelujah. You did it. All right. So the first card that came out is Adventure. Adventure. Man, look. This whole little spread right here. I ain't nothing but, when I say good, I got chills. Y'all get caught. Look here. Nothing but chills. So the first card, like I said, was Adventures. It's going to be some random opportunities coming your way, random road trips, random trips. It's not always going to be about the randomness. It's going to be about business too. So you're going to be able to get a little business and a little playtime, a little business all at the same time as you go on these adventures. Don't say no, especially when you know somebody's coming to you with an opportunity where you really don't have to do. Don't worry about no money, baby. You just come on, just pack your bags. Don't say no. It's some gems on this adventure for you. So when it comes to you, don't worry about how you're going to pay for it. Don't worry about where you're going to sleep, because I'm telling you, everything is going to already be prepared for you. The next card we got was Let Loose. And again, they on Bourbon into Loose. Y'all need to go ahead and pop that thing for a reading at one time. You know what I'm saying? Let loose. Celebrate. You've been working hard. You're tired, but you're not tired enough to shake that ass. Do you feel me? So when you get a chance, you need to plan a trip with your friends. Have a little party. Y'all can link up at, you know what I'm saying, your house or somebody else's house. Y'all cook some food, have a little drink, a little smoke, or whatever it is that you do, you know, to have fun. You need to let loose. Take some of that weight off your shoulder that you don't have to, you know what I'm saying, carry. It's not that you're necessarily carrying it because you still holding on to it. You're just carrying it because you haven't released it. Release it with a blessing, so whenever you think about it, it returns to you with a blessing. The third card that came out was Success. The energy that I'm getting for success is, baby, you got the green light all across the board. Everything that you put your hands on, everything that you sow your seeds into, everything that you guys have been working hard on, that you made a lot of sacrifices, all of that, you know what I'm saying, those late nights and those early mornings, up journaling, up meditating, up, you know what I'm saying, doing that shadow work in the mirror when you looking ugly, talking to your team, talking about, you know what, y'all, right now I'm just not feeling myself, like, I'm feeling real ugly, and they come through and they let you know, girl, get your shit together. You're just emotional. All y'all that's doing all that, it was worth it. It was worth everything. Success is coming to you in everything that you do. You basically got the boop, the Midas touch. So anything you touch is going to turn into gold. With that, we got new beginnings. You know, as we close out these chapters of ending these cycles with this narcissistic manipulation, control, relationships that you were involved in. A lot of you guys are walking by faith and not by sight. You know, the old world had to fall away in order for you to start your new path. And with that comes new beginnings. You know how the caterpillar, there I go with that English test. Y'all need to go ahead and start sponsoring me so I can get these speech classes so I can talk right for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. But you know how the caterpillar goes through the metamorphosis phase when it has to sit in the cocoon for a long time before it turns into that butterfly? Well, the cocoon has burst open and your wings are void. So fly. New beginnings, new foundation, nature. I'm getting the energy that somebody's still cooped in the house, not taking their time to themselves. You need to get out there in that sunlight. You need to get some of that good old vitamin D and just get some of the energy, the divine masculine energy from the sun, so that you can rejuvenate them cells. I'm getting a lot of dormant energy that's just sitting around. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to get up when you get up in the morning. You know, thank your team and God and whoever you praise to. Thank them for allowing you to rise. You know what I'm saying? Thank you to my fingers because they still working and they allow me to do my job. Thank you to my heart because, you know, it's beating every day. It ain't break when they broke your shit, but it's still beating. It's the only thing that's loyal to you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you to your bloodstream. Thank you to your cells. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jesus Power. Every time she jump on, she always say thank you to your, shout out to your DNA. Thank you, because your body is the only thing that's loyal to in this world besides yourself. The next thing that I have is abundance. Cup runneth over. Okay? It's a graduation for a lot of you guys. And a lot of you guys are just, I'm going to say, good-hearted people. You here to love. Like, you only here to help people heal through the power of love. You just give, and expect nothing in return. And so now it's time for you to start getting that karmic debt. And Jesus about to, let me not say Jesus, because he ain't the only one that you probably work with, but the creator, most high, divine team, whoever you work with, about to throw them bills and make it rain. What they say, bands to make her dance. What? Bands to make her dance. So look here, a cup running over. Abundance is not only money. It can come in the form of somebody just blessing your game like how you bless somebody else's game. You know what I'm saying? You get what you put out, so keep that in mind. And the last card we got was create your reality. A lot of you guys still hold yourselves within the bounds of your mental prison, and you think you can't do something, or you have this doubt, or you have this fear that you need to release, but you're allowing it to interfere with your right now. Take a moment, stop, breathe, ask yourself, what is it that you have control over? The things that you have control over, are they prioritized for you to handle your business and move on, or are they not? Stop wasting your energy on things that are not serving a purpose to you. So, stop wasting your time and your energy. You have the power with your tongue and your mouth to create your reality right now. Things can change instantly, just like that. And right now, the way that the energy is, I know you guys have felt the shift, especially the ones that are doing the work. That shift is something that's there's nothing that you cannot do, okay? There's absolutely nothing that you cannot do. But you have to believe that within yourself for you to make that dream a reality. Create your reality. Change the way that you talk, change the way that you think, change the way that you operate, so that whatever dream or vision that you have in your mind, you can bring that to fruition and bring it into your life right now. If you know that you want to do this show, or you want to start that business, or you just want to purchase something, start making the preparations. It ain't yours yet, but if you put in the work and prepare for it, by the time it comes to you, you'll be ready to receive it. It's all about preparation. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Even though it ain't here yet, that don't mean you can't prepare for it. If you're preparing for it, that means what you know is coming. So you know it's coming, put in that work to get it. Alright, now we about to jump into this tarot deck and see what's going on. I love how all my cards are designed and created by African American women. Shout out to y'all for that, because we need tools that look like us to be able to work out with magic. You know what I'm saying? How else we supposed to connect when we looking at somebody that don't look like us or don't resonate with us on the picture? We appreciate y'all so much for putting in that work and getting this out to us so that we can use. Teamwork make the dream work. That's just what came to me. Teamwork make the dream work. Stop trying to carry the load yourself when you are connected and surrounded by people that can contribute to you. All you have to do is ask. This is the season of asking. All you have to do is ask. Now don't think you can just ask for stuff and not put in no work. And when you do ask for stuff, make sure you also ask for the capacity and ability to be able to maintain it. You can't ask for that Benz, like I said, and you can't pay that $150 oil change bill when it's time to get that oil change to get that $300, $400 tire. When it's time to get a new tire, you want to be able to live the life of luxury, whatever that is to you, and be comfortable and not worry about finances to be able to maintain it. It's all about you. Feel what messages do you have for me to deliver today? I'm gonna take that. That one hopped a little bit. What a, oh, there they go. They just flying out. It's interesting. Right now it's just pretty much following up to what both of the oracle decks were saying. We got two. Alright. Spirit, anything else? And I got one more time. Look at me, honey, we gonna go one more time. I can't tell them when they gonna shoot the message out. I just gotta shuffle until they do. But you know, I try to keep it to a minimum of 3. I'm a woman of 3. I believe, I live, and I operate by the power of 3. So everything I do it 3 times. There we go. Repeat yourself. Alright, that's the last card of the deck of the shuffle. We're about to get ready to go to a commercial break to pay these bills because, you know, I ain't rich yet, but I still got to pay for this airtime. So when we come back from these messages, I'm supposed to go ahead and get into this reading and hurt your feelings. Maybe, maybe not. We shall see. We'll be right back after this. All right, y'all. Welcome back to Time with Tar. Like I said, we finished with the deck, laying the cards out, and we about to hop into it. Just to follow up from the Oracle deck, we had a Two of Cups in reverse, letting me know that a relationship has ended. Some kind of partnership has ended. It's just confirmation for the ones that are having trouble accepting what's going on in your life. You're not going to get back with them, not at this time. If you guys both do the work that you were both supposed to do, then maybe down the line you guys can come back, you know, to each other. This is not just romantically, this is platonic and business wise as well. Sometimes, you know, you just have to take a break from people in order for you to be able to grow. The next card that we have the World card. This energy is tied to the create your reality. Your imagination is your best friend. You know how when we was little, and you know when we was in kindergarten, pre-K and kindergarten, and everybody say, you know, you gotta use your imagination. What it is that you're thinking about, bring it out, put it on paper. This is what this is pertaining to, your imagination. If you can think it and you can see it, if you can imagine it, you know, when you close your eyes, I'm gonna use me for example. This house that I want, my little trap house, I'm gonna call it the trap house, cause look, I ain't gonna have nothing but beds. But when you walk into that mug, you walk into that living room, beauty artistry and beyond is gonna be set up with all the products and stuff on the shelf. You're gonna have your little chair so you can come get your makeup done, or come get your locks done, whatever services that I provide that you need to get, and we just gonna rock it out. You know what I'm saying? Your imagination. You got to close your eyes and you got to be in that moment. You got to feel that energy, and if you can feel it when you close your eyes and it's like you can touch it, your imagination is working. A lot of you guys lack imagination because you're blocked. But again, that goes hand in hand with you doing the work. But if you can't tap into into your imagination. You can't manifest. That's a gem for somebody that's wondering why something that you worked on a couple of months ago or last year didn't come to fruition, because you're not opening up to receive it. The next card we have is the Two of Pentacles. Followed by the Two of Pentacles, we have the Six of Pentacles. So, with this energy and this combo right here, yeah, you may not be worried about money, but you need to be mindful of how you spend your money right now. It's a lot of things that you have going on financially, and it's like, yeah, you getting blessed, you know, people ordering your products, people, you know what I'm saying, booking your services and this, that, and the other. But as fast as you get this money, it's as fast as you spending it. So you need to pay attention to where you spending your money in. Otherwise, you're not gonna be able to see how you've been blessed itself on paper. And I don't want to be the one that be doing my little finances for the end of the month and be like, damn, I made $5,000 this month, but I don't see shit of it because I don't spent it all. So whoever this is, you guys need to pay attention to your finances. You are actually in financial abundance right now, to be quite honest. So you're receiving everything that you asked for, but because of your poor money management skills, you're not really seeing it, because as fast as you get it, you spend it. So just be mindful of where you spending your coins. I'm not here. I'm not your mama. I'm not your accountant. I don't get paid for either one of those services. But I'm just here to tell you to pay attention to your money, so you won't think you're lacking when you really been receiving everything that you've been asking for. Followed by that, we have the Seven Cups. Decisions, y'all. Choices. That freedom of choice and that free will can be a mug when you don't operate that in your full power. All right? You are well aware of the things that's presented in front of you. You are well aware of your options. Don't intentionally choose the wrong thing and expect a different outcome when your spirit, your heart, your soul, and your mind, your emotions, because Tyrone don't hurt your feelings 12,000 times, get involved when you know you ain't supposed to choose. Whatever it is that you are battling against choosing, choose it. Choose you. Choose what's best for you. Choose what feels right. But I'm getting the energy, you know what I'm saying? Somebody got a lot of options. It's like you have the options to take the high road, but because you still stuck in this, I'm gonna say low period, you still feeling a little lonely, you still feeling like you lacking something. And those false emotions that you have can cause you to make decisions that are not for you, but you already know that. So please choose wisely, or stop crying and complaining about what it is that you're complaining about if you're going to choose something other than what you're supposed to be choosing. Because look here, you ain't supposed to spill no milk and keep crying on my shoulder. Do you understand me? None of that. I don't want to hear it. Even excuses. Well, I did that. No. I don't want to hear none of that, my friend. You choose, you fuck up, that's you. No way, no play. No, you chose that shit. No, I don't want to hear it. The next, we have the Ten of Wands. Again, this energy symbolizes hard work. Somebody out there is definitely doing the work. Yes, we can see it on your face that you are tired. Yes, you need a break. Yes, you need a timeout. But the work that you are putting in right now is going to be very beneficial to you, because this work is not for yourself. Yes, you're going to gain the knowledge and you're going to gain the wisdom from it, but you were chosen to bear the cross. You were chosen to carry the cross. So yeah, you got to do a lot of work, but do you know how many people that this work is going to help? Do you know how many people that this work is going to save? Like I said earlier, somebody got that Midas touch. So I'm getting the energy. I don't know why Mother Teresa coming to my mind, but I would say that Mother Teresa energy. You know what I'm saying? You know, mamas. When you a real mama, because everybody ain't no mama. Just because you pop a baby out your womb slot don't mean that you are a mother. So I want you to understand that first and foremost. But when you are blessed to bear a child and you're blessed to have that mothering energy, it's like everybody that's around you is your child. So you're going to have that loving and that nurturing spirit to them. No matter how big or how small your contributions is to them, they still look at you as their mama. Oh man, my feelings hurt. I know mama going to probably talk some shit about me crying about this nigga, but she going to tell me everything that I need to hear so that I can see what's going on within myself for me to feel better. This person here, her load is really, really heavy. It is really, really heavy. But it's getting ready to lighten up a little bit. The more you do for yourself, the more you contribute to your flock, to your babies. So just hang in there. It's almost time to turn up, one time for the turn up. And just keep doing the work, mama, because everything that you're doing, you plant seeds, man. Y'all see how each of these dang on one, she got a leaf on it. So that means if she go and put one of these mugs in the ground right now and she keep feeding it, she keep nurturing it, these are going to multiply. These seeds being sown in these ones right here represent people. I'm getting the energy that this represents people, man. Bread of life is coming to my mind. So, you know what I'm saying? What was that story in the Bible? But they fed, I think it was 5,000 people with 2 or 3 loaves of bread. This information that you're retaining for yourself, putting it in form so your people can understand that you're giving them the bread of life. So this is life-changing love work that you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Because it takes a lot of love to be able to just give this type of information, to give this type of things and not expect nothing in return. But just, like I say, hang in there, because it's gonna pay out. You know, you're gonna be able to get that private jet. Tell your family, look, I'm gonna holler at y'all in a couple of weeks. I'm about to go ahead and I'm going to Paris. You know, that's my place for me and my kids. Just wake up and go to Paris and eat some breakfast and then come back 3 weeks to a month later. You know, it is what it is. We got this 5 of Swords energy. I knew this energy was going to come up sooner or later after this shift, because, you know, motherfuckers just don't want to see you shine. They don't want to put in the work that you have to put in. You know what I'm saying? Get them bruises, them scrapes, them head gashes, you know, getting hit by a car so you can appreciate your life. They don't want to do all that, but they want to be mad at you because you were willing to do it. Baby, don't worry about that energy at all. Whatever is coming your way, you know what I'm saying? You don't even have to worry about it. I keep getting, for the past 2 weeks, I keep getting intensify protection. Intensifying your protection with the power of your mouth. You can eliminate a lot of this stuff. One mantra, I'm going to say mantra, that I use on a consistent basis is return to sender. Return to source. I don't care where it's coming from. I don't even get to hear about what it is. All I know is, in my world, in my universe, nothing, excuse me, y'all, nothing comes my way that ain't supposed to come my way. It's blocked. It's like, let me see. You know how you go try to go to the club and they got that, you whack, you know, you little whack, your clothes ain't right, you can't get in, you got that big boss that they be coming up right here and they be like, nah, you can't get in. That's how my team rock for me. So as soon as it receives just the slight sound of some hateration shit, they be like, you can't come past this line. So look, just step your protection up, intensify your protection, and allow those energies to do what it is that they do best. Sit on their ass and talk shit, because they ain't got the energy to get up and do the work. They ain't got the energy to get up and do nothing other than what they doing, getting on the phone talking about Charlene and all Charlene business, why Charlene can't pay her bills, why Charlene man is cheating on her, why Charlene got all them kids over there and they looking dirty, dusty nose, running snot and hair, ain't combed, nappy, mad at all that shit. That's what Charlene do. So let Charlene do that. You keep moving forward and you keep, you know what I'm saying, doing the work that you're supposed to do, y'all. That is the reading for today. So I want to talk about this wave that's going on. I'm not going to say a wave. I'm going to say this awakening that's going on, you know what I'm saying, with the holistic health. A lot of people have been making changes into their personal lives. They've been making changes of how they deal with I'm gonna say, is it Western medicine? With Americanized medication, big pharmaceuticals, all that big shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us are not really into that anymore. We've been looking for natural, alternate, you know, roots and supplements to give our bodies what we need without having to, you know what I'm saying, be hooked on pills, having to take 15 pills. Like, don't nobody want to get up and do that. First of all, the damn medication is too high. So when I think about getting sick, I think about all the money that's going to have to come out of my pocket for me to pay for this stuff to get well. And I just don't want to give all them folks my money so I can be hooked on their drugs. If I'm gonna be hooked on the drug, let me be something hooked on something of choice. But we're looking for alternate routes, and I've been doing a little research into, you know what I'm saying, CBD. I had came across a story about a little kid a couple of years ago. He was born with some kind of, I'm gonna say, deficiency on his brain, and it caused him to have seizures back to back to back to back to back nonstop. Like, this baby had been having them since birth, but he was like 6 or 7 years old, and he still couldn't talk because every time you turn around, that baby was seizing and spazzing. And his dad pretty much went through hell and high water to save his child. So him and his wife ended up getting divorced because he was taking so much time off to be at home to take care of his kid, because the wife left. She was like, you know what, Robert, I'm not dealing with this shit. We're going broke I'm about to go. You know what I'm saying? So she left and basically left this man by himself. This man was so determined to heal his child that he searched for doctors everywhere with this product called CBD. And after spending $10,000+ on medications from the regular doctors and all that, he came across this one doctor in another state that agreed to treat his 6-year-old, I think he was 6 or 7, who agreed to treat his 6-year-old son with CBD. Y'all, this man got the CBD from this doctor, gave his son one little droplet. I'm talking about droplet. You know, like how if you ever seen a little tincture bottle or a little oil dropper, I don't even know how much was in it, but I just know he gave that baby one little full drop, and like literally 10 to 15 minutes later, that baby stopped seizing. Now, we're talking about a kid who had seizures back to back to back to back to back since he was born, like nonstop. He couldn't talk, he couldn't walk, because literally every time you turn around, you know what? I'm crazy, and I'm gonna do it anyway. Like, every time you turn around, this child just shaking, or he doing, like, he had no mobile movement, and he couldn't control it because of the seizures. But that one droplet of CBD made all that to stop after years of this man doing research. Like, he lost his house, he lost his job, he lost his wife, he was down to his last broke. So I'm like, dang. First of all, obviously this can't be new. So where it's coming from? You know, when they release something new out to us, it's never new. They just, you know, all right, we feel like they can handle it now. Ain't nobody really gonna pay attention to it because, you know, it looks like marijuana. So, you know, they're not gonna mess with it. So, you know, they just put it out there late thinking that we ain't gonna get hip to it. But I understand why, because if I had a magic plant that could cure everything that was going on with my body, I would be growing that plant in my backyard, and I would be consuming it in every way that I can consume it, whether it be by smoking, putting it in a tea, putting it in my food, just eating it off of the dang on stem. I would be taking this stuff every day. It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, the fountain of youth. But I'm going to say the fountain of life, because this CBD does a lot. Just from the little research that I've been doing, it helps with all kind of joint pains, all kind of bodily aches and things like that. You know, the type of stuff that when you go to the doctor, they really can't diagnose you with something, so they make up something because they ain't got no name for it, and they don't know what it is. They be like, oh yes, Mr. James, you have cardiac back spasms. Like, what the hell is a cardiac back spasm? That don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? Can you explain to me why this pain is in my back or not? But, you know, they make up all kind of stuff to create freaking clients to keep buying these pills. But CBD has a lot of great natural properties, a lot of great, like I say, it's a plant. From what I understand, it's some kind of plant. I call it the magic plant that does so many things and works so many wonders inside the freaking body. And it's just amazing. I know if I was a parent and I was experiencing, you know, undiagnosed pain, or if I was experiencing anything that the CBD could probably help, I know just me being me, I would naturally choose the CBD because it's something that you can take in a small dose. You can consume it, you can put it in a tea, you can smoke it. Like I say, you can do all kind of stuff with it. And going on back there. All kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying, to help and heal your body. I'm not saying that it can regenerate your body, but some of the qualities and some of the things that I read up, it feel like to me, I took the perspective of yes, it absolutely could, regenerate something in your body to get you better than where you was. Like the knee pains that you've been having since you messed it up during basketball. When it's getting ready to rain and that knee lock up and it start pop locking and dropping it on you. I would take it for that. Back pains. I noticed that if you had kids and you had epidurals in your back, that's when they take that super long freaking needle and stick it in your spine and to deaden your body so you can deliver the baby. If you experience that when the weather change, you have that back pain in your lower back. But I noticed that it even helped with stuff like that. So we have a special guest in the building today. I call him the CBD expert, all kind of plant expert. And he gonna tell us about this little magic plant. So if you don't mind, you'll come on up here with us real quick so we can get some of this good old CBD knowledge. You can come this way. I'm gonna slide my chair over this way.
Thank you for having me on.
No problem, no problem. All right, y'all. For those that don't know, this handsome man sitting over here with these gorgeous, luxurious locks. This is Uncle Mark. Uncle Mark, what's going on?
Everything, baby. Everything goes on.
That's what's up. So, could you tell the people a little bit about what you do?
Well, I'm happy and proud to be affiliated with Our Little Red One Shop at 4213 Emancipation. That's the owner, is my wife. And she allowed me to study and be able to take my time and utilize it to emphasize on anything that we can get our hands on that can help people. Of course, cannabis has always been around. Everybody been using it. We all know about it. But stigmas came along with it.
Okay.
And with that, people wanted to control and monetize it. So you put a bad rap on it, so to speak.
Okay.
And when that happens, then most people kind of shy away from it.
Okay, so you said cannabis. So cannabis has anything to do with CBD?
Well, it's the terminology varies according to the persons that you're talking about. Cannabis is the plant itself.
Okay.
Hemp was the original name of it. Now, when we're talking about this, we're still talking about cannabis. Different profiles of it.
Okay.
CBD is a profile of it. What is a profile? Like the terpenes, THCs. There are different kinds of terpenes and THCs and CBDs that you can have in it.
Okay.
It's not just one particular one. There's different aspects of it.
So you say there's different variations and aspects of it. So that means different versions of it can do different things within the body?
Right. If anyone's ever had any experience with cannabis, some is higher in THC, so you'll get a more lucid effect, what they will call nodding or tripping. You're seeing things, hearing things.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing that's transpiring is you're becoming more awake. You're becoming more aware. So now you hear what you normally don't hear. You observe what you normally don't observe. You feel what you normally don't feel.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the part of the brain that we usually don't utilize in our day-to-days. 95% of the thoughts that we have are repetitive thoughts. So we very seldom have new thoughts. So when we indulge in cannabis, the THC allows you to utilize parts of the brain you normally don't. So now you have new viewpoints, new feelings, new hearings, new touch.
Okay, so I have a question. It's bringing me back to that baby. So since the cannabis makes you, I'm gonna say, utilize different parts, just like you said, of the brain, do you think that could be the reason why it helped that baby stop seizing like that?
Major part of it, and that the CBD of it is physical application.
Okay.
The THC of it is neurological, meaning that's what gets your brain to see and observe things in a different pattern.
Okay.
Now, CBD is going to affect the body, the muscles, the nerves, the things that are on the physical body itself. The wonderful thing about it is it's well fit for the body. The body absorbs it without it having any side effects. You don't get that from pharmaceutical drugs because they use what's called polymers, which is a extract of the original, and then it's synthetically man-made. Because it's cheaper, you can get more out of it, and you get more bang for your buck. But as far as the seizures are basically electrical interruption.
Okay.
I'm not an expert on seizures, but from the research that I know and information that I've been exposed to, it's an electrical interruption in your thought, your movement, anything that interrupts the signal to help move the body, utilize the body, or what have you.
Okay.
So when you utilize CBD, it increases the communication in the body. That pathway, it no longer is blocked, so now information can be carried over, thus stopping the seizure. Seizure is like an electronic short,
Okay.
in a cord that's been cut or something, and the power is still going through it, and the light or what have you might be going in and out because of it's not a constant flow of power. That's what's happening with the seizure. And this, the companies have been knowing this about it, but if they can make a buck off of it, they're not gonna advertise it. So yeah, that was wonderful that you read that story though, to get the basics of it.
Yeah, so could you kind of give us the history on CBD? You know what I'm saying? Like I say, when they put it out here for us, that means it's been there for a long time. So can you give us some history on that?
Right. The rule of thumb is usually if you're getting information that's 10 years old,
okay,
you're already 10 years behind. As I say with all information, what was and what will be is already here. So we just have to become aware. That's my word I like to utilize, is becoming aware. It's been around, but it was utilized by what the so-called savage, the person that lived off the land, that communed with nature, that was with one with nature. With one meaning these persons knew that the land would provide everything they needed, so there was no need for worry or want. The so-called civilized persons, on the other hand, did not understand that and could not live in that manner. They chose not to. They chose the path of, well, you know what, I can make it, which is the God consciousness or the God state of mind, from the opposite viewpoint, meaning that of not accepting what already is and being a part of, but you know what, I'm gonna make this and dominate this myself. So that started the pursuit of it, as far as trying to get better drugs, so to speak. But it all comes from the same thing, the original herb, cannabis.
Okay.
So
what ways can the CBD or cannabis be utilized other than just smoking it or making teas and things like that? Because I've been seeing when I say I'm seeing all kind of stuff, I went to this little shop and they had drinks, they had freaking candies, they had like all kind of stuff.
Right. It's an herb, so it's an endless application. Some applications utilize more of the strength of the plant than others. If you smoke, you get immediate response, but of course you're using fire, so majority of the medicinal aspect of the plant is being burned away. So that's why most persons go to tinctures, or they'll go to edibles, or they'll go to rubs, because you can extract that particular aspect of the plant, the CBD, whichever one is CBD, CBG, CBCs. There's many aspects of it. But once you get that aspect out of it and you utilize it in the application as a rub or a tincture or a tea or something like that, then you no longer have the high heat element that burns off the majority of the medicinal part of the plant. So that's why your edibles are always stronger. Persons say, well, I just took a little bit. Well, you need to know your dosing when it comes to edibles, especially, I know it's a lot of horrible stories out there. A person saying they woke up 3 days later, they don't want to try it anymore. But yeah, once again, we want to reiterate that CBD is physical application, so you won't get the euphoric feeling that you do when you consume the whole plant and the THC. You'll just get the physical relaxation of the body.
Okay, now, before you even said anything about the rubbing on situation, like icy hot was coming to my mind.
Right.
Icy hot was coming to my mind. So with the CBD, of course you would have to make it into some kind of ointment or something to put it on. So when you rub this on, like, is it gonna like instantly take the pain away or what?
Well, let's put it in bare perspective. What you're doing is just extracting the oil out. Once the oil is extracted out, then I can utilize the oil in any manner that I wish.
Okay.
Now, if I want to use it in powder form, then I would extract all of the moisture from the oil to give me powdered form. Powdered form is what's called isotopes, and you can add that to any water or tea or any drink. Those solubles, when you add that to any drink or hydrating solution, that's when you'll get the taste and the effect of the CBDs, and you won't have to worry about it being just in an oil form.
Man, that's amazing. Well, look here, y'all. We're about to go to this commercial break real quick, pay these bills again, and we're going to be right back with more CBD talk with the CBD man himself, the plant connoisseur, the plant creator. I'm not going to say the creator, but y'all get the gist of it, the plant magician up here, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. Woo. Say. God is great, baby, you heard me. Mr. Robin, the great man himself. He did rolling with a couple of Jesus boys. Hey, make no mistake, we bout to for the business, you heard me? Let's get it. It ain't no secret. I ride with my people. We banging G's. In front of believe. My God is the man. Yeah, say to the demons. Come correct when you see us. Cause we finna win. It ain't no secret. I ride with them people. We banging G's. In front of believe. My God is the man. Yeah, say to the demons. Come correct when you see us. We finna win.
Yo, hey, as I YOLO, it's solar, scriptura, baby. J1, True Grunk, and the gravy, baby. When you your city, come to your hood, and we come to spread the gospel. Bigger turn to repping the Christ, and we're unashamed about it. Our motivation, it comes from the Great Commission. The Father choose, Jesus speaking, the disciples listen. I cannot live without instructions, so I pay attention. I look to heaven, send the prayers, and God give me vision. Hard on my steps, dear Lord, and lead me all the way. Let me speak with boldness when evil comes my way. Give us protection as we're marching in these last days. Let men come out of darkness and see Jesus the way.
Ain't no secret. I ride with my people. We banging Jesus. In front of believers. My God is the man. Yeah, say to the demons. Come correct when you see us. Cause we finna win. It ain't no secret. I ride with my people. We banging Jesus. In front of believers. My God is the man. Yeah, say to the demons. Come correct when you see us. We finna win.
Audemars with the automatic. Auto-tune must have came from AutoZone. Cause your last song sound like you had a whole lot of static. Auto start on my baggage. Auto seal on that package. Bow down to my masters. Forgive my sins, I was savage. Never seen beings that lasted. But the bubble ends got blasted. Saw 2 kids in 1 casket. Nobody saying what happened. Did 2 bids held captive. Slayed 2 demons in laughter. I was not reading the chapter. So I did not care what came after. Consequences and repercussions. I did not put in the factor. Jumping fences with girls lusting. I've always been a good actor. Rapping on back of a tractor. In a hood that's full of attackers. Alley packers and trappers. They hating firing off dappers.
Teachers that talk to me about life. Half the time I couldn't pay you to get it. Your spirit man give me the jitters. Come on, let's address on the issue. I'm pausing and tell come in. Trying to keep you out the system. Hard to level up when you in prison. I'm trailblazing for all of my children. My vision worth more than me. More to life than a violent thing. I've been working with the masterpiece. I'm really eating a quarter piece. Pull up, hop, I look like leaders. Fresh fit and it's straight out the cleaners. I'm in out black, but my guts like beef. But they keep it serious. Phone tap with a beef. I be up when you sleep. And late night with the creepers. Bible tuck, that's the key for Don't complain, I'm expanding the middle. Please keep up, I cut up for precision. My guy readjust your equilibrium. Bridges don't fly with the eagles. And they talking Philly. I'm talking leg it down the business. Take a seat by my hip for a minute. Meditating on scripture for wisdom. I ride with my people. We banging G's. In front of believers. My God is the means. Yeah, say to the demons. Come correct when you see us. Cause we finna win. It ain't no secret. I ride with them people. We banging G's. In front of believers. My God is the means. Yeah, say to the demons. Come correct when you see us. Cause we finna win.
Jesus boy style. You know what it is. Too gruff for Jesus. Robin. J1. Demon slayers in the flesh. Frontline soldiers. Ooh-wee. Yeah.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Time with Tar. We're here with Uncle Mark, discussing that the speech go again. Y'all need to start paying me so I can get this speech class, you know what I'm saying? Discussing the different variations and the different properties that CBD have. Now, when you were talking earlier, I heard you mention that CBD is a part of the cannabis, which is also known as marijuana. So can you kind of break down, what makes one plant have so many different, I'm gonna say, uses and so many different type of properties with it?
Right. Name is always associated with persons motivating the name. In other words, cannabis was utilized after hemp. Hemp was the origin. We used to use, you still can use it to make ropes, clothing, pillowcases, sheets, anything that you can use cotton thread for.
Okay.
But since the origin or persons that started these United States, that wasn't their crop that they were interested in. Cotton was their crop. So they had to put a bad rap on him,
Yeah.
right? And bad rap was that, hey, you know what? That plant is detrimental. It can cause things to happen with you. So all you gotta do is put disinformation out there, and next thing you know, you have a label. The second name that came with it was cannabis. That's when studies started to take place with the plant to find out the medicinal uses of it. Because during this is the industrial age when our civilized society is now monetizing and everything is becoming a big business that can function globally. After cannabis, then came the name of marijuana. Marijuana was in the early 1900s, 1920s, 1930s with the great migration of the Mexican Americans. You used to be able to take the plant from Mexico or carry the plant from Mexico over to these United States legally. There wasn't a problem with it. But as I stated earlier, with America not being able to monetize, getting money off of it, they can't create an industry on it. It's free, they bringing it over. We got to figure out a way to make some money out for this because it's a widely used plant. It became popular. So that's when the name marijuana, which is a Mexican word, was associated with it. Now when it came to us and our dealings with it, after we got with our brown people, that's when it became weed. So we're talking about the same plant, just from different aspects of time with different utilizations of labeling to put it in a perspective as to where, hey, how can we keep using this thing to keep it down until we master it first? And we can monetize this and turn this into an industry. Well, you start illegally, of course. Hey, you know what? $1 billion industry. We'll let them bring it over. We'll take it from them in a seizure, and then we'll utilize it ourselves. Because what you're doing with all these tons and tons and tons and tons of marijuana that you're taking, right? That's free marijuana to put into your labs and study. You had to invest no money in land. You had to invest no money in crops, infrastructure, things of that nature. So it was a nice joke for these Americans to be able to get their foot into the CBD or marijuana business, cannabis, hemp business, if you would. Yeah.
Okay. So basically what he's saying is, these son of bitches here done locked up all these people for having all these weed charges, and everybody in the world is getting high on CBD. So y'all just go ahead and let my people go and decriminalize marijuana, because obviously y'all just getting paid out for it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't right to have people locked up behind bars behind this. Now, one thing that I noticed, listening to different types of music, Janae Aiko, she always talking about indica and sativa, and you know I love Janae, and her music be having, if you already on that frequency, her music gonna have you feeling like you already high, just the frequencies you play with. But what the heck is sativa and indica?
Sativa and indica illustrate the aspects of the plant as far as the physicalities of it. What am I saying when I say that? How it's gonna make you feel. Like some people drink certain alcohols and they feel that they get excited or crunk about it. Others say, no, you know what, I can't drink that, it knocked me straight out. Same thing that we're speaking of.
Okay.
Sativa, that aspect is energizing. It gives you more motivation, so to speak. And once again, all this is just simply effects of the brain.
Okay.
With the indica, it's more relaxing. It's more of a subtle, more of a disdaining feeling. So that's why most people like indicas, because they want to relax, they want to unwind, which is one of the biggest aspects of the CBD. The CBD is basically going to be your persons that have anxiety, joint pain, not good for high blood pressure as well, because your heart is overworking, because your blood is not as viscous as it needs to be. I mean, it's not as thin as it needs to be. It's too thick, so your heart has to pump harder to get your blood to flow through your veins. But yeah, the indicas is most sought after by the, I would say, more older generation, working class persons. They'll use that to relax, wind down at the end of their day. Sativa, I would associate with the younger generation, to get crunk, the let's do it phase.
I don't know why you say get crunk. Upper keep coming to my
Right.
like an upper, little hype man or something like that. Oh my goodness, I just lost my freaking train of thought that fast. How to buy some uppers and some downers. can you get high on CBD, or is that just like a feeling or something? Not necessarily. Man, can you get high off of it?
Yeah, well, the word high is associated with euphoric. So mental awareness or increased mental awareness, that's not going to take place with CBD. It's going to be physical. It's going to be the relaxing. My joints not as inflamed, not hurting as much. My muscles are relaxed or more so. My blood will flow with a little more ease. So you're not getting high per se, but you will get a euphoric body feeling.
Okay.
Yeah. Like when you get that shot from the dentist and that jaw is just dead,
Yeah.
but it's just relaxing and you're just chilling so hard. Yeah, it's not gonna have you high mentally, but physically, yeah, you're gonna feel like that jaw. Your muscles gonna be loose and relaxed.
That is so funny. It's so cool at the same time. You know what? I'm gonna have to give me some of that. And I heard you say tinctures. Could you elaborate what a tincture is?
Tincture is anything that's utilized in a liquid form. Liquid form. So it's gonna be either a dropper or shot or drink. But most tinctures are concentrated more so than if you have like the CBD water or the CBD fruit punch or things like that. Tincture is going to be more concentrated than that, because those are going to be about 80% water.
Okay, so basically the tincture is going to be way stronger. You're going to have kind of like the same effect, but the tincture is just going to be a little bit more potent.
Right, and you're not going to have to take as much. You might have to take 1 milliliter of tincture versus taking probably an ounce or two of a drink or a mixture with CBD.
For y'all that don't know how small a milliliter is, baby, look here. It's probably about this much right here.
Yeah.
So for something so powerful that can be taken in such a small amount and be able to make all these big impacts in the body, man, like it's like crazy, but it's not crazy.
Well, I just want everyone to remember one thing. It's been here for us. That's why it's so accepted by us. Anything else that you've known or heard is an outside source that's created a stigma. Unless you do it for yourself, you really don't have a say-so. That's what I always say. Speak on what you know, not what you think.
Okay, so I got a question, because I seen some CBD and I seen some regular marijuana.
Right.
Why they look just alike? They look just alike, and they kind of, depending on, I guess, what strain you get, it kind of smell the same too. So, what's up with that?
Well, in the labs right now, they can take those strands and they can separate those strands. So what they'll do is take all the profiling aspects of the CBD, introduce those into another plant. Those are going to be your hydroponics, or what you'll call your hybrid breeds, and that's how they're able to do that. So what they're doing is just taking an aspect from the total plant, manipulating that, isolating that, introducing it into another host plant, and that's what will grow in that particular plant. So it's, like I said, it's all coming from the same thing. It's just many facets of it now that utilize it.
That is what's up. Man, I'm all excited. I want to get some CBD. Look, I want to get some CBD right now. You know, my back hurt. I got a legitimate reason, you know what I'm saying, to get it. I appreciate you taking the time to, fill our people in on the medicinal uses of CBD. Is there anything else that you feel like the people should know about the use of CBD?
One of the wonderful things about it, since it is so accepted to the body, there is yet to be any clinical proof or any cases or situations of overdose. So since your body is in agreement with it, you can take as much as needed to put you where you wish to be in your journey, as I say with people, because everyone's journey is different. I might need a lot, you may need a little. So that's the beauty of it when it comes to acceptance of the body.
I'm laughing because when you said it was put here by us, you remember on Friday when Smokey said, man, God put this weed here for us.
Right.
That's what that made me think of. Like, that is so funny. So if you guys are in the market to find something to help you with your shaky, achy knees, or your broke down back, or you just need to relax, you guys can get CBD. Where can we get CBD products from?
There are a lot of facilities now. You'll see them with the neon CBD signs out there. As my children always tell me, Google it. Google it.
All right, y'all. That was Time with Tara for this week. You guys can catch me here at the same place at the same time with a new guest. Who will it be? I don't know. So y'all guys, make sure that you subscribe. There I go to speech. Make sure you guys subscribe to her Vonnie J Studios on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to be able to catch Time with Her live. Make sure you guys also hit up our little Red One shop located at 4213 Emancipation. Come down there and get all your spiritual needs. I'll see y'all on the flip side. Peace.